So good to be with you guys tonight. For those of you that don't know, I have a lot of tattoos. And actually going to speak about one of my tattoos that I have. It's this one right on my arm. For those of you at the back that can't see it, it's a naked woman running. Tattoos are subjective. Some people like them, some people don't. I love them. But I'm just going to ask you guys, what does freedom look like to you? To me, it looks like a lady running naked, wild and free, following the path God has set out for her. And that's what freedom is for myself. I'm going to read this scripture in Hebrews 12, verse 1. It says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a huge crowd of witnesses to the life of faith, let us strip off every weight that slows us down, especially the sin that so easily trips us up, and let us run with endurance the race God has set before us." The Message translation sums it up really well. It says a lot of things, but one of the things it says is strip down, start running, and never quit. Josh's favorite verse. So I'm going to break it up. Strip down. Remove all the hurts, all the baggage, the addictions, the traumas, the insecurities, just everything. Sometimes even family, those things that hold us back. It's not actually clothes, but it's the things that represent clothes that are holding us back, the things that define us, so that you actually get the spiritual nakedness. And the only thing that you're left with is God's love that defines you. I think that is very important. The next thing is, when you strip down, you have to leave behind, you have to lay down your clothes, your insecurities, your hurt, your burdens at the foot of the cross. The only reason you ever see a naked person running with clothes is because they have the intent of putting them back on. And actually, when we strip down, when we take off those insecurities and we put them at the cross, God has them. They no longer belong to us. And a lot of the time with freedom comes letting go and laying down. And that's the hardest part, because that's the decision that we have to make. I know I myself struggle with that. It's like, surely it's not as easy as just putting it down at the foot of the cross. But it actually is that simple. Giving it to God and leaving it there. Because often that's what holds us back from true freedom. And then start running. The sight of a naked lady running is a little bit weird, I'm not going to lie. Let's be honest. And running in the freedom God gives us looks hella weird to the rest of the world. They don't want us to do that. They see us running in the freedom God gives us and they say, that doesn't make sense. Like, logically, that doesn't make sense. They want us to be embarrassed. They want us to be shy. They want us to be shameful and filled with guilt. They want us to put our clothes back on because they're not used to seeing these kind of sights of freedom. And that's why the scripture says, let us run with endurance the race God has set before us. This means it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy trip. But the way that we get through this is by keeping our eyes on Jesus and the things that he has promised us. And that is freedom, and that is wholeness. And that is the way that we will never quit. Because if we run a race with our own strength, we will always get tired. In moments of running naked, we will get cold, but God will cover us. In moments of running when we get tired and just want to go back to the comforts of our addictions and insecurities, God will give us strength to carry on, to push forward. I stand before you guys a naked lady, not literally, figuratively. I can't actually be naked the whole time, and that's why I got this naked lady tattoo, to remind me of the freedom God has given me and the call God has had on my life to run in freedom for him. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage you guys, like, though you might feel like you want to pick back up those clothes and put them on, you're feeling scared, you're feeling ashamed, and your comfort is those clothes, those addictions, those hurts. God is actually calling you to something greater and bigger for his purpose. And the only job you have is to keep your eyes on him and to keep running.